All right, everybody, welcome back. You're joining us for another deep dive into the fascinating world of cybersecurity.
And today we're tackling a topic that, might sound a bit intimidating at first.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Cybersecurity can feel like, this big tangled mess of tech jargon and acronyms.
Huh? It definitely can be a lot to wrap your head around.
But we promise you this deep dive is going to be different
Totally different.
because we're going to break it down.
Break it all down. Make it clear. Make it engaging.
We're talking about managed detection and response.
MDR.
That's right, MDR.
Yeah.
And trust me, this isn't going to be a snooze fest.
Oh, no.
We've got some really amazing information here that even if you're not a tech whiz, you'll be able to grasp it.
You know, when I first started looking into MDR, it really struck me how much it's changed the game.
Oh, how so? Like, what makes it so different from, just the usual antivirus software and
Well,
firewalls,
think about it, right? Like traditional security, it's kind of like you set it and forget it.
right? Just kind of hope for the best.
Exactly. You set up your defenses and you just wait for something to trip an alarm.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
No.
It's like waiting for the smoke detector to go off in your kitchen,
Mm.
and you're just like, oh no, I hope I remember how to use this fire extinguisher.
Yeah, exactly. But MDR, it's totally different. MDR is proactive. So instead of waiting for an attack to happen, MDR teams are constantly monitoring your systems,
Always on the lookout.
always looking for any tiny little clue that something might be off.
That's interesting. So it's not just about reacting to attacks. It's about actively trying to prevent them from happening in the first place.
Exactly. They're searching for those subtle signs, those little anomalies that most people would probably miss.
It's like having a team of cybersecurity detectives constantly on the case, right? Like searching for those digital breadcrumbs.
That's such a good analogy. And these aren't, your average detectives either.
Oh no.
These are like elite cybersecurity experts
Wow.
using cutting-edge technology and their deep knowledge of, all the latest threats and tactics.
So it's like having a whole team of experts working around the clock to protect your systems.
24/7.
Wow, that sounds pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta ask, doesn't all this expertise come with a pretty hefty price tag?
Well, that's a really good point. Building an in-house security team with that level of expertise,
Yeah.
it can be incredibly expensive.
Oh, bad.
It's a huge investment. You need to hire the right people, train them constantly, keep them up to date with all the latest threats, and give them all the tools they need.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a nightmare.
It's a lot. But with MDR, you get all of that expertise without the massive overhead.
So it's like outsourcing your cybersecurity to the pros.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And then your internal team can, focus on other things like actually running the business.
Exactly. And it's not just about saving money either. It's about efficiency and effectiveness, These MDR teams, they're laser focused on threat detection and response.
Yeah.
They're constantly learning and sharing their knowledge, so they're always a step ahead.
That's a big advantage.
Huge advantage.
So, okay, we've been talking about like threats, but what exactly are we talking about here? Like, what kind of threats can MDR actually protect against?
Oh, gosh, so many. I mean, you mentioned phishing earlier, right? But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, wow.
MDR teams, they can handle everything from malware and ransomware to those really sophisticated zero-day exploits and even insider threats.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's like a really comprehensive security solution.
Absolutely. Think of it as like a multi-layered defense system that's constantly adapting and evolving.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture here, but, I'm a big fan of real-world examples. So can you share like a specific case where MDR really made a difference for a company?
Oh, absolutely. There was this one case study I read about a mid-sized manufacturing company.
Okay.
And they had, a pretty standard security setup, but they were constantly getting bombarded with phishing attacks.
Oh, no.
It was a nightmare for their IT team. Like they were just drowning in these phishing emails and they couldn't seem to stop them.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
It was. So they finally decided to try MDR. And it was like night and day.
Right.
The MDR team not only blocked all those phishing emails, they actually tracked down the source of the attacks and shut them down completely.
Oh, wow. So they went beyond just reacting to the attacks. They actually took the fight to the attackers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were proactive and they were relentless.
I love that. That's amazing.
It is. It's a great example of how powerful MDR can be.
So we've covered a lot of ground here today.
Yeah.
What would you say is the one key takeaway our listeners should remember about MDR?
I think the most important thing to remember is that in today's world, cybersecurity isn't optional. It's absolutely essential.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And MDR, It gives you a really powerful and proactive and actually affordable way to protect yourself, protect your business and your peace of mind.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So if you could prevent cyber attacks before they even happened, what would that allow you to do? What would that change for you? Just something to think about. And remember, cybersecurity doesn't have to be scary. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe out there.
Stay safe.
We'll see you next time.
See you then. Bye. Bye.